Walking these 10 acres, it's easy to see why winemakers and winery CEOs locally are drawn to this little corner of Paso Robles wine country. I'm standing in the middle of this spectacular property that's been part of Paso Robles wine heritage for over 100 years. This vineyard was planted in 1924 by Amadeo Martinelli and is still today producing some world-class wines. Hi Karl, thanks for meeting me here
Brittany.
today.
Nice to see you again.
Well, I'm sure it's similar to, like, for me, when I walk this property, I get a big sense of honor to be a part of this property and a sense of pride to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like you're wading through history, walking onto this amazing piece of ground with the old vineyard and the old production facility.
Yeah, well, let's go to the deck and get an overview of the property.
Cool, okay.
Turley's been farming and sourcing fruit here for 10 years. In your perspective, what makes this property so special?
Well, it's situated at a high elevation in the Templeton Gap, which is a super unique spot for growing grapes because we've got the diurnal temperature shift. Plain English of that is that it can get to up to 100 degrees here during the day, but we get these winds that come off the Pacific Ocean that cool the region down as much as 50 degrees. So it's a fantastic site for growing grapes, especially Zinfandel. It retains acidity in the juice, and the special thing about the vines on this property is that they're in excess of 100 years old.
This is a really special site. I'm excited to walk it with you today. Next stop will be the cellar underneath.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're standing underneath the 1920s cottage, and underneath here is where, from what I've learned, where they used to preserve all of the fruit that came off of the 55 fruit trees.
Absolutely, and now it is actually ready to be converted into a wine cellar capable of aging the entire vintage of the producing vineyard here. So every winery needs a crush pad, and so this being kind of a micro winery, we have enough space right here to do just that. So this is covered in base right now, but could be really easily converted to concrete and tied into the water reclamation system, which has been approved by the County of San Luis Obispo.
It sounds like it's ready to just flip the switch and start.
Absolutely. And it just is astounding that they're able to, after 100 years even, produce a viable crop.
And most people remove their vineyards after 30, and here's a great example that you can still produce crops after 100.
It's hard not to be kind of nostalgic about standing in a vineyard like this because this plant has been there for 100 years, and how much history has gone by for the time that plant has not moved and produced a crop every single year.
We're tasting the wine from this vineyard right now, and it is elegant and floral and layered and just wonderful.
Well, thank you. That's a lovely compliment. And one of the other interesting things about this particular vineyard, which is completely unique, I think, in California, but there is over 50 fruit trees that are interplanted in this vineyard, and it's a old world technique. I stumbled across an explanation of it in a book that was about Umbria in central Italy, and they referred to it as opio. And then you were saying that you found one that was in France, that Bordeaux House is bringing the practice back.
After 100+ years of it not being done. So there's definitely something to it. And to be able to, for the next owner to take this on and get all the benefit from very old trees within the vineyard is truly unique.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if the next person doesn't want to take care of the vineyard or doesn't want to make wine from this vineyard, will Turley help out?
Absolutely. So we are 100% committed to the 2025 crop off of the property and perhaps beyond.
Thank you, Karl, for meeting me here, talking so eloquently about this great property and the possibilities that it offers. If people are coming to visit Paso Robles and they want to try your wine at Turley Wine Cellars, where can they find you?
Okay, so we're actually only a stone's throw away from this property, and we are at 2900 Vineyard Drive in Templeton, and I would love to host anybody.
Wonderful, thank you. Be sure to visit Turley Wine Cellars next time you're in Paso Robles, and if this property is something you want to take a closer look at, call me today to set up your showing.